Oh.
All right, let's start with highs and lows.
Who starts? I guess I will.
Go.
So, um, I had break last week and I caught up on sleep. And I'm low, I guess. We have a stats test tomorrow, and I have no clue what it's on, and everyone else in the class is in the same boat as me because he literally said, "Yeah, next class we have a test." And yeah, so yeah.
That's tough.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Um, I can go. So my high is that I got my driver's permit yesterday because it was my birthday and I finally turned 16. So that's been nice. And my low is probably I'm behind on some of my assignments because I wasn't very productive during break, but it's fine. I'll get caught up, I guess.
Yeah, nice. Congrats. Happy birthday too.
oh yeah, happy birthday.
That's very exciting.
Thanks.
Are you 16?
Yeah.
Have you
Well,
done
you're
all the
six. You turned 16
Yeah.
as a junior.
I'm yeah, I should technically be a sophomore, but I'm not. Yeah. So I got my permit yesterday. I took the test and I got like the second question wrong and I panicked. I was like, I do not want to come back here again. I don't want to fail this, but it's okay. I got like the next 14 right.
Oh wait, that reminds me. I have to get my senior license soon. I don't know when. Whatever.
what do you
Is
mean?
it like?
I
Does
don't
it matter like when you take it?
I think it expires after a while, but
Okay. Yeah, I have to get that done. I've been procrastinating for like 3 months or something.
RIP. You get so much more freedom when you get it.
Okay.
All right, so my high is definitely the break part of it. And then interesting enough, I like you, Mila, haven't done anything over break. So I have this business plan that I'm actually writing for Care for Them. And I was gonna come on we'll talk about this later, but I want Josh to start making like a video series where he interviews people. And I'm hoping I can get my business plan done for Care for Them and then present that. But we'll see. And that thing's like some of the kids in my class have typed like 4,000 words, 10 pages up, and I have approximately 2 days to do something similar to that. And yes, brutal nights coming up, but we'll make it through.
We love
Aditya, highs and lows.
Hey there, yeah. So I guess probably my highs was probably the break. I got my second round of college apps done. And I don't really have a low, things have just been pretty standard.
The low is our stats test tomorrow. Did you hear me?
Oh yeah, that's not gonna be too well. I'm not gonna tell you that. I gotta
Josh,
start
you didn't have
studying
to
for that
remind me.
tonight, actually.
Wait. I have another high.
Yeah.
So remember when I told you guys that I failed my physics test?
Mm-hmm.
I got 100 on the last one I took.
Nice.
Let's just take a minute to appreciate that.
What was it on?
Um, angles. You
That was
know,
the worst
I don't
one I
know.
did. I got a 53% on that one.
No. Okay. Well, yes, I'm happy about that.
It's like
Oh.
lines and planes or whatever. And
Yeah, that.
yeah, I did. That was the worst one I did, I think. Or was it the friction one? I don't know. But
Oh,
this was
My
easy
bad.
to do, dude.
all right. So now we're gonna get straight into the things because this is gonna be a long meeting, but we'll see. So first off, like we're gonna resume the weekly stuff and continuing to make progress. So Josh, we already talked about this, but just to fill the rest of you guys in, Josh, you want to present the idea or should I?
I think you do it.
Right. So we kind of talked about it and we're like, it's kind of difficult for him to keep bothering people around and saying, hey, can you make a video this week for me? So instead of doing that, or in addition to doing that, we thought it'd be cool if Josh would be like host a Joe Rogan style show where he brings on experts, anybody really that has a talking point, and he kind of like keeps the conversation going, and hopefully we can both learn something from it and then record that and send it out as a video, and hopefully um, that'll be cool to just have constant production out of that front. And then Mila, obviously the curriculum meeting. Apologies that didn't go well the first time, but we'll see if it's possible to get that in this week or beginning of next week. I think problems with Slack is in the general tab, it kind of mutes notifications. So we all like never got notifications in the general channel, but if you texted in board or
Yeah.
management or interviews, like you would get a notification. So kind of to combat that, you can try using like the at feature,
Yeah.
at channel. Like I think that one gives a notification. So that'll be happening too. We want to start making progress on that. And then Aditya, because we can't do any fundraising, I was thinking it'd be really cool if our board has 2 more spots left. So if you wanted to tackle some sort of advertising project or just some idea to go out and reach out to people, that could work. So basically just come up with some sort of idea, a plan, and to fill those two positions. And then we'll kind of go off of that plan and help like attract people.
All right, sounds good.
And then, so that's the weekly stuff. Definitely keep doing those things. Interview wise, we have 4 things. We have a couple options here. Do we want to go and talk about these? Or do we want to save that for hint, the next upcoming board meeting? What do we
When
think?
is the next board meeting?
Yeah, we should probably send out something. Maybe end of December.
When was the last one?
October.
Mhm.
It was, yeah, sometime mid-October, yeah, late October.
Yeah. So definitely we should get one in this month. But the next couple weeks are going to be pretty bad. Only because finals are happening soon. Can you believe it? First semester in college done already? But
I have no clue what that means.
yeah, we should get that done. Do you guys prefer to cover some interview stuff now? We have 4 interviews, a couple of big points, or should we do that just board meeting?
I think it might be good to go over it now and in the board meeting. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. Maybe like a brief overview now. and then-
Yeah, so actually one thing for me is that the person who was supposed to interview at 4:15 was Miss Lawrence. She actually couldn't make it today. I think she just had some issues with her internet. So she and I rescheduled for tomorrow at 4:15. So I don't have mine in like right now. So would that like affect maybe potentially doing it today or something?
No, that doesn't affect anything. I'm glad you're doing it though. Yeah, we're fine. We're just kind of covering, I guess, what the recaps of the interviews that did happen. So I'm actually leaning towards what Mila said, which is like going through super brief of what we learned and then like doing it again. So sadly we couldn't get Rohan or Jonathan to these meetings, but what we learned from those 2 are I put them in the curriculum doc. You know what? I can share my screen actually.
Wait, can I clarify something?
Yeah.
Rohan and Jonathan, are they in management or on the board?
They're in management, but interviewing is like for everybody.
Aren't they on the board?
What?
Aren't
We're on the board too.
They're on the board, right?
Wait, what'd you just say?
They're on
So,
the board, right?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, you said management.
Yeah.
Oh, did I? My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so confused. Okay.
Yeah, they're in management. Or I'm sorry. They're in board. Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to make, I was wondering.
Hmm.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I could hear you.
Cool.
All right. So this is, by the way, if you want to look for this, this is on Slack interviews pin page. So, and Aditi, you can also put your interview like notes, any notes.
Sure.
The reason why we kind of take like duos or at least two is just because you can have like one person taking notes while the other person talks. And so you'll like meet afterwards in the interview and then just swap notes, make it bigger. So this is what happens when like there are two people at meetings. And this is what happens when I do it alone. So it's like a pretty
Oh,
big difference. Yeah.
I see why you asked that, Jeremy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Obviously, if she's not comfortable, then that's a different problem. But you know, this is like this is a pretty big difference. And it's like not
Mr.
that
Mills does talk a lot.
what happened?
Mr. Mills does talk a lot when he's in the.
Actually, you see, I met with her for an hour and I met with him for 2 hours. So
Okay.
yeah. So it's not really that. It's just like while you're having conversation, I personally don't feel comfortable just like I don't know, jotting stuff down.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, two people is like it makes things so much smoother. Plus you can kind of be like, what I do with Mr. Mills is we included like we were talking about Rohan to his face, which is like kind of funny for us. But that's so with Jenny, we kind of talked about shortages of healthcare. So I think it's really cool how members of the public, especially she's a parent, I think it's really cool that even parents kind of have this concern that current healthcare professionals aren't personalized, and so you'll go to a hospital, you'll have your appointment, but it feels like you're not you're not worth the doctor's time. So that is a concern that she had, and I kind of took a spin off of it, and I was looking, is there a way CFD can kind of go and host public forums or public events where we kind of go about directly interacting with the community? That's kind of my takeaway. What do you guys think?
You know, I think the public health stuff is great. And I also was having an idea in that sphere too, because I've done some work in rural health, you know, over the summer in an academy. And, you know, of course, one of the biggest things that, you know, these rural hospitals face is that it takes them almost like can be years after like a drug or like a new, you know, a bioengineering, you know, instrument is made until they have the access and they have the ability to embrace those tools. So, you know, that is definitely a very big issue in the state of Pennsylvania, but also just around the world. And when we look at, you know, underdeveloped countries too. So, you know, if you wanted to do something, you know, in rural health related, you know, I could probably connect. I think I still have that lady's email. So yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That's really interesting that this could be a tool to kind of go and expand, because this is something that being in Pittsburgh, like there are problems with this, but more so in like rural areas where healthcare is truly lacking.
Yeah, and oh, sorry, I just wanted to add one more thing too. So there's a lot of initiatives that are going around, and I know this is more on the tech side, so this is a little bit deviating from what we have the abilities to, but there's a lot of initiatives going on in artificial intelligence and logistics making to make sure that these hospitals have a good, you know, a good network between, you know, the supplier and the rural areas. So, you know, if I don't know, I just kind of threw that out thinking, you know, if we ever wanted to sort of hit the tech side, this is a very promising area for that too.
Yeah, cool. All right.
Can I add something too?
Yeah.
I think that this could be a good thing to do, especially like during the time of COVID, because a lot of people don't really understand what's going on in hospitals and like how doctors are dealing with the virus. You know, like if we had, maybe we partnered with like a hospital and like a group of doctors that focus on, I don't know, like COVID, I guess, and then opened it up to people who are interested in learning more about how everything's working. That might be cool. I don't know. I think that relates to how these virtual meetings or doctors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be really cool, actually. We could maybe even get some professionals on to directly talk about those sort of things with Josh. We'll see. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, and again, like I know our original idea was, to reach out to children who have rare genetic illnesses, and there's a lot of data on this, but one of the biggest factors that a family needs help with is doing basic errands. Actually, it's like just getting the groceries, just because figuring out between jobs and figuring out between the kids' requirements. That's an area that a lot of people really need help with. Besides like the fundraising aspect, there's also a lot of there's just a lot of extra things that are involved in this issue that we could potentially, if we pair up with a hospital in the future, we could hit those areas with volunteers right in high school.
Yeah, we kind of talked about this like a couple months ago, but that sort of thing, I mean, that's like the origins of care for them. But some of the difficulties with that is it's really difficult to go and partner with a hospital and then be like, hey, we're a group of high schoolers that go out and we want to do this to help out, because there's a lot of credibility issues as well as probably some concerns on like safety. So that is something, and I think we talked about this in the last couple board meetings, but I feel like that's our end goal and we got to build up to that.
Speaking of like, we're really on this point for a while, but speaking of connections with hospitals, whenever I made the COVID website, I actually got in touch with a group of like COVID officials, I guess, at Allegheny Health Network at that hospital. So like I know a few people there that would probably like remember me, maybe that's a connection that we could use if we need to, for not for credibility, but be like, hey, do you remember I did this? Now there's this that we want to do, that might help, because they really did like the whole website idea, and I had like email chains with them and stuff. So
Yeah, interesting. Would you want to go and reach out to them and potentially interview them / get them to do a video with Josh?
yeah, I think I could.
Yeah, that'd be really cool actually, because they're like healthcare professionals, and
Yeah.
then hopefully we can like rope them in with that.
Yeah.
All right. So the next interview, this one was like 2 hours, but not all of it was part of the interview. So
Question.
Yes.
Is his name actually Daniel Craig?
Yes, his name is Daniel Craig.
That's like the actor who plays James Bond. That's his name.
Wow. Didn't know that. This is like 2 first names, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, like the same exact name, Daniel Craig.
I was like, I recognize that somewhere. I just couldn't figure out what it is. But yeah, definitely.
You probably interviewed James Bond without knowing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. So he was kind of talking about a lot of it wasn't related to healthcare stuff, but I thought it was really interesting. And his most memorable school activities were this gym class that there were so many optional parts to it, and you could kind of really choose what exactly you wanted to train. Like you could go to volleyball practice, you could go to this practice, you could go to that practice, but it was all lumped into one kind of gym class. And I thought that was really, really, really interesting, and something that we could kind of borrow from is having these optional elements that allowed people to choose, hey, I want to learn about this. Hey, I want to learn about that. and having that flexibility while being optional. Thought that was interesting. And then some other thing that he talked about was a lot of useful tidbits, like how to take care of your body, or general, like what's in a shot, stuff like that, where it's public, or it was like beneficial public knowledge, stuff like that, where we can kind of present to people, and they're going to have a better understanding on how everyday sort of medical things work. Those classes could be beneficial. What do you guys think about that?
I think, yeah, in the future plans, it's something we can arrive at, but like, yeah, I guess it could work. Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of weirdly on point with something that I had written in like a curriculum notes document, because I was like, what if we have multiple different focuses and then have people choose which program they would like, which makes it a lot more complicated for us, but I think it would make the curriculum overall better. So I think that that's something that we could talk about in our meeting that I will schedule soon.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel like that, I mean, this goes hand in hand with curriculum stuff. And actually, we'll get to Mr. Mills here. I'm not going to cover it all because I think Rohan's like the pro at this. So we'll get him on in the board meeting. But something that I thought was really helpful from Mr. Mills was he talked a lot about peer-to-peer learning and how advisories and when you group peers together, how that has a beneficial impact on kids and learning. And so something that we could pull from that sort of breakdown is when we do a summer program or program in general, we could have one sort of care for them leader take on a group of kids and then follow them through different classes. And so you'll have always this one person who manages this group of kids. And so that way, no matter like what you're learning or something like that, we could have just that same pot of people always learning together and doing activities together. Like you could have that team kind of learn during the day and then go out and do some volunteer activities at night, but always sticking with that team. But yeah, that is something that we could potentially look into. We'll talk more about it in the board meeting, but this is definitely some long-term sort of aspects that we can kind of even talk about more so in the curriculum meeting. But yeah, just to float that one out there. And then Kid White, this is
Wait, the lattice, he mentioned lattice, right? I think he mentioned that to me last year. Are they the people who come in to like survey the school or whatever, or is that something else?
No, this is actually something else. This is a company that literally works on networking, and he so he gave me these two people, which I will reach out to end of the week. But I'll have to type up like a script, but he actually gave me their phone numbers instead of like an email or something like that. So
I really remember Mr. Mills telling me something about lattice. He was like to me in critique, but I like totally forgot about what he said.
Yeah, so lattice is a networking thing where you connect to it, and when you connect to it, what you're doing is you're finding other people who have done similar and different things, and you can kind of learn skills from it. So it's basically like LinkedIn, but more connected, where you learn skills. So you learn skills from other people, but you're also teaching other people who, if they clicked on you and if they wanted to get in contact with you, you would be teaching them your skills. So it's kind of LinkedIn, but like much more connected. And it actually started, I believe Mishan like helped him as well. So this is like very much so a Swickly thing, I think.
Oh, was she the one who introduced this thing or something to SA?
I have no idea what you just said. What was that?
Was she the one who introduced lattice to SA, Mishan?
I know she did it with her senior project, and also Pete Schramm is an alum, I think,
Okay.
something like that. Yeah, but this person, Breakthrough Pittsburgh, I think I searched this up last night for my business plan,
Mhm.
and then I found her. But Mr. Mills gave me her phone number as well, and this is actually a program that supports other programs that are in the STEM field, I believe. So we can definitely go and look into these two things. Kitaway, I'm not going to go over right now, only because we can definitely talk more so in the curriculum meeting. But she basically kind of talked about how to get people to learn.
Oh,
This meeting was actually not an interview, so we weren't able to ask any questions. But she kind of typed this up in an email and then sent this to me. But
wants kids to memorize.
yeah. But yeah, I just copied and pasted. But basically, this is more so tailored to like how to teach effectively, in her opinion.
Yeah.
Not exactly what we could have gotten from an interview,
Mhm.
but we can definitely use this later in the line.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, so that's that. We'll definitely talk more about it as more interviews take place. Last thing I want to talk about, board meeting and bylaws. Board meeting. Let's pick out a date real quick.
What is all the stuff that you guys sent in the chat a while
Yeah,
ago?
we're just
Why-
testing out the survey stuff.
Yeah, we
Okay.
were testing also like notifications as well, and we learned like general, I think, is the only one where you kind of have to do at channel because none of us actually have this open. So only at channel like dings your phone or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, and Mila, when you're scheduling the next meeting or whatever, you can use the poll thing, play around with it, but we kind of added polls to a bunch of channels, and you can like do scheduling.
Ooh. I just voted. That's so
You
cool.
voted? Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I voted on some random thing because I didn't want to click on it earlier. I was like, this is weird. Okay.
yeah. Would the 27th work, or is that too close to the holidays?
Oh,
I think I mean, it could work for me. I mean, I don't really do a ton of stuff for Christmas, but
it's 20th.
27th, yeah.
25th is
I'd say
Christmas.
20 good. 20.
Yeah, you know what? 19th is probably better. We'll get it in. Does 19 work?
Let's not do it too close to January 1.
Yeah. Yeah. I think 19th is better.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeremy, how's our website coming along? I didn't ask.
Yeah, I'm actually, that's the last thing I was gonna tell Joe.
Oh, really?
Nice transition.
It's very difficult for me to contact them, but that's a different story. I'm pissed at that.
Who?
All right. I just, yeah, if they need any help, like I know HTML, I know JavaScript, if they need me to like, or if they need somebody else, I mean, just let them know that I'm happy to help.
Cool. Yeah, and then bylaws. So board meeting will set tentatively 19, 20th that weekend. And then bylaws. So bylaws, Josh and I started drafting that. Let me check to see if anybody else started drafting as well. Have you guys seen that? Did I clip it in anywhere?
Yeah, they were there.
Okay. Oh,
They were there.
Right.
Whether or not we saw them is a different question.
Yeah, so we started drafting bylaws. These are going to be the laws in which we're going to follow. And obviously, like, breaking those laws will be bad. So we're going to have to get used to those laws. We can draft them, but we sadly don't have a say in in whether or not we adopt them. So if you want to get your thoughts in, get them in by drafting them. That's key. And then we're kind of slowly going to draft them. You have the document. You can start adding things because they're going to have to be approved anyway. And so during the approval process, we'll like re-edit them and stuff like that and kind of clarify. So you can add anything right now. Just like make it logical, try and just make it as simple as possible, but still very logical and make sure that it gets your point across. And then we'll obviously go ahead and like kind of redraft, revise, that sort of thing during like board meetings, just so that we can amend them. But we have to, the key thing here is like we have to wait until the full board votes, and it has to be unanimous. So we still need 2 more people. And then once we vote, and then when it passes, then we have to kind of work under the laws. So right now it's still kind of, we don't have any of those laws. We don't have to follow those. But then after all that entire process gets done, then we have to start abiding by them. Does that make sense?
So yeah, Jeremy, just to clarify something you said, is it just you and Josh that are gonna finally draft them, or like are we allowed to add anything?
Yeah, no, please do add stuff because this is probably your last, or not, I shouldn't say that, but definitely go and add your stuff, like anything that you want. Please like follow, like make it logical. Don't make any, make it professional logic.
Do you wanna put the doc on like suggested or something for everyone? So
You know what? I'm thinking we don't have to, only because we're gonna go through it.
Okay.
Obviously, if you guys feel more comfortable putting it on suggested, please do that because it is easier to kind of read through it as a group and then press accept. So that does work. Josh and I were mirror drafting. I think it took us like an hour or so, and we only got done only a little bit, and that's because we were constantly kind of talking through it. And we'll actually hold another drafting session sometime soon. But please, I don't know, add your thoughts. Because we can't vote. Like whenever they're voting for it, we don't get a say in the vote. So that's that. That's why you want to get your thoughts in now.
Mhm. Yeah.
Are you still having, what are you thinking for like the last 2 board members? Are you still having interviews for those, or like?
Yeah, so mainly that's why I brought this up at the beginning for Aditya to kind of work on. But we want to get those done. And it's just a matter of advertising to the right people and then having them go through all of what you guys have to go through the interview process so that we can finally land on the last 2 board members. So that's just a process. We're going to try and get that all done, especially now because we are drafting the bylaws.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jeremy, in what time frame, were you thinking maybe to fill that potentially?
I would prefer before January 15th.
Okay.
So there's a while. I have a person in mind that I'll reach out to and then have them go through the process if they would like. But it shouldn't be too bad, I hope. But yeah, if you want to, Aditi, if you want to put together like, I don't know, another slideshow or update, we have a current one, right?
I think that's like way back in September, right? Yeah.
We have one. We can update it, and then you know what? I think what might be a good idea is update that, and then we have an Instagram feed post thing that we can then send to a couple of people, or like post again on that and see what happens. But we can like post something out again, and then go from there. Making something visual just so that people can like lock eyes onto something that attracts attention and gets their point across. I think that would be effective. But yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. 2 more spots.
Of course, yeah. And just to make sure, we're targeting like the most likely the targets for those two spots are probably like around our age. Or do we have?
You don't need
Oh.
a target. You don't need a target.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't need a target.
Okay.
It's just put it out there, information, and then have other people act on it. We don't really need a target.
Great.
Yep. Sweet. That's all from me. Any questions? Any
No.
ideas? We've been running low on ideas in these meetings. I have a strong feeling it's not because of you guys, it's because of the time of day.
Yeah, you know, you gotta be maybe mornings are a little bit more conducive to my brain, not gonna lie.
I will be checked out in the morning.
Yeah.
No.
I can't do mornings.
I guess I'm like in the middle of a morning guy. Like, you know, I've just been, you know, I don't like to stay beyond like 11:30, but I don't like to wake up like beyond like 6:30. So that's like anywhere within that time is just sleep. That's it.
Yeah, my
Wait,
schedule.
so
Go on.
no, go ahead.
Oh no, it wasn't really relevant. Okay. So during break, my schedule is like from I slept at like 4 a.m. and woke up at like 12:30 or 1. So yeah, I'm just not a morning person.
No, I did that too. Wait,
Yeah.
so Aditya, you
Yeah.
don't like to wake up after 6:30? Like, so you like to wake up
Oh,
late at 6:30?
Sorry, I meant I don't like to wake up anytime before 6:30, and I don't like to go to sleep anytime after like 11:30. Like that's just like sleeping is like always from just set from 11:30 to 6:30. Like I just don't like a change in that. Maybe that's just, you know, I guess yeah, that's just how I operate.
That makes sense.
That's fair. Yeah. I'm so tired after school. It's so bad.
Yeah, are you guys still? Wait, no, you told me last time. Never mind.
Yeah, we're about to have finals, and I have this business plan to write up, but it's tough.
Yo, Jeremy, do you have any plans to engage in A-level capital at JHU?
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, you have no idea? No, I got like a cousin who's a Sibley Academy student. I don't know if you remember him from Math Counts. Kamal, he used to be like there in Math Counts like way back.
Mhm.
Is your cousin? What?
Yeah, yes, he is my cousin, Josh. Yeah, he's one of my cousins.
No, did you say it?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, he's one of my cousins. Yeah, so he's been to Sigley Academy. So what I was talking about was he goes to Johns Hopkins actually, and he engages in something called A-level capital. And it's like Johns Hopkins, I know very well that their environment is great for, you know, anybody who wants to start, you know, a vision or a venture of any sort. So, and I just thought like, you know, since we're doing care for them, I just thought, you know, Jeremy would, you know, potentially knew about them, but maybe like you guys, since you guys are not like in campus, you guys don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, but I'll look into it. I know what we have here that I just used was Fast Forward U.
Oh yeah.
That was for startups, but I'll look into that for sure. I think he's also a graduate student.
Kamu, yeah, he just graduated, yeah.
Like normal university undergrad. I thought he was a graduate student.
No. Right now, he's a freshman. I think he's taking like a year to do work, and then he's gonna head to graduate school. But right now, he finished his 4th year at Hopkins. Yeah.
Cool.
That's cool. Yeah, I'm connected with him on LinkedIn, and I have no clue who he was.
Oh yeah, no, he's on my LinkedIn. Yeah.
He's like 30 connections shared, and I was like, okay, bet. And then he added me. I was like, cool.
Wait, Kamal added you? Is that actually true?
Yeah, it was either me or him. It was like a while ago, like a year
Oh
ago.
really?
Yeah.
Dang, yeah.
Oh,
I
dude.
have no idea how to use LinkedIn. It's sitting there for me. I have no idea how to use it. I haven't found it useful.
I just been bombarding all these colleges with these random like sharing their posts on my LinkedIn.
A lot of the acceptances and the rejections are happening in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we'll know what the fate is.
That's exciting.
Huh?
It's not exciting at all. It's like I cannot think of anything else besides that, to be honest.
My only LinkedIn notifications lately have been like Aditya reposting like Johns Hopkins posts.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, look, this is great AI stuff, or this is great things in public health. Oh, the COVID-19, app. Yeah, it's just Johns Hopkins, Michigan, all the schools that are my faves.
Yeah, I
So
get
like
that demonstrated interest in.
is it like a professional Instagram?
Sort of, yeah. I mean, I guess that's what I kind of use it as. Yeah.
I don't actually think so because my dad told me that like people actually ask you about like job offers and stuff through LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Really?
So like, I
No,
don't.
I got a job offer. I got like a radiology job offer, and I'm like, who do you think I am?
I got one for an actuary actually, like randomly on there.
I've gotten one for I think being a web developer.
I just like it's a recruit. It's just really a professional site that is really geared towards a professional endeavor. That's why.
I feel left out then. Nobody's like gave me anything.
Because you don't update it or anything.
It's all right, Jeremy. I mean, I think I'm kind of overusing it in a way, but I don't think a lot of people don't really use it until they're like really in the job market.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's what I'll go with, so I feel better.
Yeah, no, it is true. It's true.
All right, thank you all for coming. If
Of
you want
course.
to stay for the summary that's gonna go on YouTube, by all means.
Oh wait, this is recorded. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is recorded. I'll be posting this. I'll send this to I won't send it, I'll just post it.
Okay.
You don't have to do it. I'll post it.
Did we forget to record last time?
Probably.
Wait, what do you mean by summary? I didn't like hear what you said.
Yeah, so I usually sum up the meetings. I'll be like, actually, I can do it now, but I usually sum it up so that I'll put out this recording out there and then I'll clip off this part of like the ending part, summary part. So you can either watch the full 30, 40 minute, 50-minute recording, or you can watch the 10-second recording that sums it all up.
You got 30, 40 minutes free time. Go right ahead.
Yeah, might as well put it like if you have a long car ride, put it on.
Okay.
But yeah, thanks all for coming, and then good luck with your stuff. And then if you need any help with the weekly stuff, you can let us know.
Yeah, Jeremy, I definitely want to get in touch with you, regarding those 2 fields that we need to fill up on. I've just, if you wanted to see who to recruit and all that. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. You can call me at any time, really. Yep.
All right.
Right.
Bet. See you later.
Yeah. Good luck on finals, Jeremy.
Oh yeah, good luck. And Mila, I think I was coming in, but is it your birthday today? Is that what everybody was talking about?
Oh, it was yesterday.
It was yesterday. All right, happy belated birthday.
Thank
Happy
you.
sweet
Thank you.
16, yeah. You're getting your permit. I haven't gotten mine yet, so you're already one step ahead.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.
Right.
All right, see you guys later.
All right.
You staying for this?
I'll just stay. Why not?
Sweet. All right, we're gonna get started with the summary. Thank you, Josh, for staying. So we kind of talked about obviously highs and lows, each person's weekly tasks. Josh, I'm very excited for yours, which is the Joe Rogan style interview video series. Very excited for that.
Me too.
Aditya is going to be doing some advertisements for filling out the 2 missing board positions. Mila has her curriculum meeting thing. And then we also talked about interviews and kind of recap some of them. We have a good feel for them. We're going to cover them more in the upcoming board meeting and upcoming curriculum meeting. Board meeting, we're going to have that in the December 19th, 20th weekend. So that'll be coming in soon. And during that time, we want to also talk about bylaws, which Josh and I have already started drafting, but we're opening it up for anybody to kind of add their thoughts to. And then we'll try and fill the entire board and then vote on that. And then finally, Josh is gonna be the messenger, and he's gonna try and contact Pratik and Ashwin, because I'm too frustrated at our communication right now. But that's that.